of data. There's the beep. Collecting 4 different pieces of data. We're collecting a name, ID number, how much money, and lunches. So, I'm going to go in. We're going to go input, type equals text. All 4 will be text boxes today. Type equals text. Name equals. Now, what we name it here, we're going to need that later. And we'll call it, because we're doing a student account, we'll call it sname. ID equals sname. And value will equal blank right now. So in front of it, we want to go ahead and put student's name. And after it, we're going to put a line break to move it to the next line. And this process, we're going to repeat the same 4 pieces for the remaining 3 text boxes. So it's not age, it's going to be ID number. And we're just going to take this. And all we have to change with is the name and ID. So we'll call it SID. And over here in the ID, we'll call it SID. We wanted their money. Of course we want their money. And we're just leaving the S in front to be consistent because we're going to be creating PHP variables that will also be working with this. And finally, of course that's in front, we need to type the word lunches. And we're just going to call it slunch and slunch. So we go take a look at our form real quick. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but nevertheless it does the job. Now, as far as executing the form, we're going to use, out of our input type options, we're going to use the submit button, because that will trigger the commands that we will put later up here in the form top heading. So that's a good thing to know. So let's make sure it added our submit query, submit button. If you want to change the text on it, just change the value to equal that. And you see it changed the text on it. And here in Design View, you can also change the size and all that fun stuff. Now that we did that, the next thing we need to show you is setting up the PHP. So just so you can see it real quick before I do that, I'm going to go here, save as. It's going to think about it. I'm going to save it in the video demo folder as the form. It's going to be form.html. Coming up next, how to connect to your database.